Just checking the tech. Okay, I think we are up and running. So, day 2 of marijuana legalization. And the question of the day is, how can my employer tell me that I can't use marijuana when it has been legalized in the state of Ohio? So, let me answer this in a couple ways. Number one, understand that marijuana is still listed as a Schedule 1 narcotic in the Controlled Substance Act, which means it is illegal in federal law. Federal law is always superior to state law. But when it comes to state law, what state laws have actually done is decriminalized marijuana. And when we talk about Ohio specific, and I've said this before, I'll say it again, I have clients in lots of states that have legalized marijuana for medical and recreational purposes. But I want to focus on the state of Ohio for a second. So when we look at the law that was passed by voters with issue 2, the law does not require employers to permit or accommodate an employee's use, possession, or distribution of adult use cannabis. It doesn't prohibit employers from refusing to hire, discharge, discipline, or take adverse employment action. It doesn't prohibit employers from establishing or enforcing a drug-free workplace policy. Now, I could continue to go on, but what I want you to understand is the BWC's drug-free workplace program, the Department of Transportation, CFR 49 Part 40, which has truck drivers, it has pipeline, has a lot of provisions in it as well, are all still intact. So one, federal law is superior to state law, but the state of Ohio's law specifically to employers doesn't force an employer to allow it. It actually allows an employer to prohibit it. And for the drug-free workplace policies, zero tolerance policies to remain intact. Now, I know that's a jolt to the system to some. To others, it's not a surprise, but I'll just say this. From the employer perspective, it is important that based on the law, and there are 2 pieces of law that are important. One, the medical marijuana bill, House Bill 523, and issue 2 are the 2 pieces of legislation to look to. There are 8 places in those 2 pieces of legislation that speak to the employer policy. So here's what I'm going to say. The employer policy has to be tight, right, and ready. This is important. If you've got a policy statement which basically says don't do drugs, you've got a problem. If you don't have a policy at all, you might have a problem. So the employer policy becomes important for laying the foundation. What is allowed, what's not allowed, when will we test, all of those things need to come into play. So I hope that answers the question. I hope that makes it clear. That will be a snapshot of what the Legal Eagles session for our marijuana legalization masterclass will look like. I forgot to introduce myself. I'm Diane McDowell, owner, founder of Training Marbles Incorporated. I am not only a trainer, I am an HR business partner who is an expert in the drug-free workplace industry. I have served employers throughout the state, throughout the Midwest, throughout the country for the better part of 23 years. It is that experience that we're bringing to the masterclass, and the masterclass has 4 important parts. Yesterday, and what I committed to doing was covering 1 question from each of these sections. So we're going to cover 4 parts. 1, HR talking points, Legal Eagle. We're going to do It's About Impairment, which is a session that I'm going to teach, and then testing and uh, being key to the success. And so that's the four-part master class, 4 parts to our master class. That master class kicks off next week on the 29th. I can't tell you how excited I am. My team is ready. We are studying the content. We're getting workbooks ready. Employers are signing up rapidly. We are excited. It is going to be a lot of information. And one thing I can always say is no one is going to deliver more than I will deliver to my clients and to those who attend the master class. And so if the master class is something that you are interested in, I will put a link below this video so that you can enroll in the master class. I will be back tomorrow, 11 a.m., with another question for the marijuana legalization. If you have questions, don't hesitate to call me. Um, have a great day. Take care.